My name is Albin Henriksson, and you may know me as Neutrophic. I make an electronic music style called hardstyle. I believe that every song out there carries a story that we others don't know about. In this series, I'm going to tell you the story behind my songs. This is Neutrophic Stories. So first of all, welcome to this brand new project by me, Neutrophic or Albin Henriksson. This is Neutrophic Stories. And what this is all about is that I'm going to tell you the story behind my tracks and show you the project files if there's something to show. So I'm gonna start off with my first two releases, which was Humanity and Back on Track. Both of them was released by myself via SpinnUp distribution, so I paid to have them out there. As you may know, Humanity is taken down. I did make a 2016 remix or reamp out of it, which is still out, but they are basically sounding the same, so the reason why I took it down was it didn't really get that many streams, and I didn't really want to pay, for having it out there, so that's why it's taken down. But anyway, I'm gonna start right away by telling you more about Humanity. The track was, I think it's produced in 2012 already, or 2013 was released, or was it released? I think I started with it 2013 and it was released in 2014, in December. And well, it contains a vocal sampled from a space documentary. Started with a melody, and well, I was inspired by the Headhunters and the sound the hardstyle contained back in the days. So yeah, really catchy melody. The production itself, the quality is pretty bad since I was very new in making music. Therefore, I didn't really put so much effort in the mixing also. The funny fact about this track is, I think, the name. I didn't have a name for it until I sent like a preview to my friends on Snapchat, and one of them he said that you should name it Humanity, and I was like, yeah, that might work, so that's why it's called Humanity. And I'm gonna show you the project to see if there's something else we can talk about in this one. So, as we open up this project, which I haven't opened for a long time now, let me close these ones first, okay? So basically this is the project, I think it's the original project where I did Humanity. And as you can see, if we zoom in a little bit on here, you see there's a lot of red things, which is missing files. There you got a lot of them, and also up here. And I'm not really sure what those things are. Basically I think it's kicks also, since here's the melody and there's no kicks. But we can take a listen and see if we still can recognize the song. Hear the intro. And you can see the kicks are missing. And it sounds very empty. Okay, let's turn that off. What I can explain here is that except from the project file, we can see which synths are still here. We see there's a layer. I believe this is for the main leads, and that is massive. And then there should be a silent one too, but this was made back in the days when I didn't do right for myself, and I haven't bought the right version yet, so it doesn't work now to show up, because now I have the real version of a silent one, and this is made in other one. Here we got Nexus. I'm not sure really what bell thing it is, but it's the pluck you hear in the middle part of it. I was inspired by Headhunters and Wild Styles and Noise Controllers Tonight, which sounds something like this. Or something like that, So that's why I made this. And as we can see, there's not much of interesting stuff left. I don't even know if the vocals are still here. I don't think so. It's also red, so I'm sorry that I couldn't show so much about the project here in FL. So yeah, that was that. And now the other track was Back on Track. The whole process of making it was pretty straightforward. I got this melody in mind from a game on the phone, which my friend played, and I was like, okay, this could work as a hardstyle track. So I just after school got home and sat for some hours, and I think the whole structure and melody and everything was done in 2, 3, maybe 4 hours. I don't know. Time is relative. So yeah, that's that. And I didn't really put so much time in the mix down since, as I told you, I was not good at it back then. Maybe I'm not today either. But the funny thing about this track, not just that it's a very melodic and chill track, I entered a contest at the DreamHack with it, the Creative Challenge. And yeah, they played it in the speakers for like the 1,000 gamers who was there. I didn't win or anything, so it was nothing special, but still it's a fun thing to just have to say about it. Yeah, we can check out that project too. I don't know if there's any interesting stuff to show you about this. Right, so I just open up the other project I'm gonna talk about, which is Back on Track. As you can see, I started to be a little bit more structures by painting after leads and pianos and stuff. And as you can see here, it's also much red stuff, and the project itself is pretty broken. So if we take a listen. Here should be where the drop is, but all the synths are gone. You can hear on the piano melody that is the track, but yeah, I don't really have much to show. And then there's the drums, broken synths, basic piano. Nexus grand piano. One of my favorite pianos, by the way, is from Nexus, so people who are hating on them, well, let them hate. It's either that or FL keys, or what do you say? So yeah, that was the first episode, I think. I hope you enjoyed this, or well, the idea of it, because the coming tracks are more interesting. But I'd like to start with my first releases to get like a little bit of insight in my roots, where the music started and how it sounded back in the beginning, before we continue and climb up to the releases I do now. That was this episode, and thank you for watching, and keep listening to hardstyle music. And yeah, if you have any interesting facts about tracks or anything you want me to know, just feel free to contact me. And I'm glad to hear your stories. So this was Neutrophic Stories episode 1. Ciao.